How can you run a failing business?
How could you run a failing business?
And be totally successful at home? I don't believe you can.
I think that I filed bankruptcy and my marriage was just fine.
Well, I knew you were going to bring that up.
Okay, so you have a defense.
Yeah, I have a defense
that is how,
on that.
like, you just, like, the market stops. You weren't prepared for it. You was a beginner. Like, you bought too many pieces of equipment. Like, you just closed the business. I don't see that as a failure. I seen it as a learning curve.
Okay, exactly. So that was my. That's
but you don't fail at business.
Yeah, but
that's to my point, though. You don't fail at business. I didn't fail at home. I still
it's a failing
intact.
business.
Yeah,
it's not saying it is fallen, but it's a failing business.
It's a failure in business. Hey, and let me ask you this: that you filed bankruptcy. Obviously, we can put it on. We can put it on the market. We can put it that your overhead was too big, which is you had too much equipment, et cetera, et cetera. But that was a result of one little decision, or multiple little decisions. A little bit oblivious to what the market was going. Now, let me ask you this: you say home was fine, home's everything, but didn't you have bumps and rides at home?
Oh, all the time.
Okay,
I still have them at home.
See, and that's what I'm saying.
But I'm still working at it. I didn't file bankruptcy yet. We tried to once.
Probably
didn't file bankruptcy.
You undid your argument.
I didn't file bankruptcy on my wife.
I've filed
we thought about it once.
but then went and got the same loan.
Anyway, so I'm just saying, like, you're going to see the small decisions is what brought you to filing bankruptcy. And the small decisions are what made you almost come to divorce.
But wouldn't it make sense that I seen which one's most important to me, obviously, is the family one, because, there was an opportunity to give up, but I wouldn't, and I hung on. I could have done that with that business. When I look back, I gave up because I didn't know where to go. I wasn't experienced. I wouldn't say you gave up. You put a pause. Like I gave up on that business because it was tainted anyway in my feelings.
Well, yeah.
So I didn't even try.
Right, but that's not a failure. That's just a bump along. Along your business life experience.
Yeah, exactly.
It was Chapter 11. Like it didn't fail the second you signed those bankruptcy papers. You chose to close it after that, but wasn't it Chapter 11?
Yeah, it was Chapter 11. Like it was just business stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Unit, they filed Chapter 11 while I was still working, and we
never missed a beat. Yeah.
I mean, in my world, they never missed a beat. We kept on trucking. They were down in the dirt, though.
To our listeners, he's talking about the oil field. One of the companies he was working for filed bankruptcy while he was working Chapter 11, and that's why he's recollecting. It's not a failure. It's a simple bump in the road that you have to cross.
Right. Like, I mean, for some people, really got screwed out of their retirements. So, I mean, it's hurtful. Yeah. But, I mean, as the owner and stuff, like, you do it last resort to save the company. Save the company. You don't do it to get rid of the company typically. But you chose to close Vertex's doors at that point and open up something that grew way bigger and better.
Yeah.
Down the road.
I would say, I think it's just as simple as that. Like the principles that you make a decision in business are the same principles, just different subjects applied to the same principles.
Well, you're still using the same mechanism.
Yep.
In both your life
and that's why
business,
every business
I agree with that.
Is a family business. How can it not be?
And it brings us back to the first topic.
Well, of course.
But when you tie it in like that, then you would just have to. We could dig into it more, but every business should be a family business because I mean I love being around family. I love most of my family.
You know what everybody's going to say.
There's a lot of successful people that have never strove to be family men. Like,
Yeah, but maybe it's because they never seen the value or felt the love of family.
I'm not
every
saying
business is a family business, but obviously in our world, every business is a family business because that's the way that we tick. I mean, we're all family.
Yeah, we're not remotely saying to be successful in business, you got to go get a family. We're not necessarily saying that. Let's say how you deal with if you're a single man or single woman out there making it go in business, being successful, your family may be the local bar. How you react with that local bar, do they like you? Well, it's going to the reason why they like you is going to be the same reason why your customers like you in business. Whatever the case is, family is the definition of family could be anything outside of business, honestly. But I think that everybody's going to look at us and say, you're all family business. You're brothers. You're 4 partners in the company. You're all, how many times...
I just fixed the topic. It's family and business. Because you just tied them together in a really proper way. Because to be successful in business, then you've got to create a family within that business. Yeah. We might all be family, but it is like if without some sort of a family, like caring about someone else's welfare, you couldn't have success in business, I don't think.
One of my mentors, he makes it a point, and I picked up on this. He didn't point it out. He makes it a point that he does not call his employees. He calls them members of the company. That's
this is one of the
how you create that family.
You create that environment, and it's a lot about culture. And I'm going to address something that everybody's going to look at us as 4 brothers in partnership. How many times do you look at each one of us, whichever one? Bert, let's go to you. Do you ever look at us when we're looking at business? When we're trying to make a decision about business, when we're trying to make the business operate as smoothly as possible, do you look at me as a brother or a partner in business?
A partner, 100%.
Like what do you think?
100% partner, obviously. I mean,
you the same.
I know it's.
I forget we're brothers sometimes.
Yeah, it's in our subconscious, but like when I think of you outside of business, go watch the game with you and stuff.
Kick your ass.
Like, it's not. Go watch business with brother or anything. It's like
you mean
Nate,
football. Go watch football with a brother.
Yeah, or not. Yeah, football.
Go watch business
or a game or anything. My bad. But no, for real. It's like I know it's in the subconscious, but I don't ever think about that unless it's brought up or talked about.
I think we're together because of the value we add as a whole.